Hello everyone, welcome back. We're going to keep moving into chapter 1.2, expanding brackets. So before we already have some exercises about expanding brackets, but it has a form a times b plus c or a times b minus c. We have equals ab plus ac or ab minus ac. But at this point, we have two polynomial, okay, times another couple terms. So how should we do this? Okay, if we have a plus b times a plus c, we should take one term in the first bracket and then times h1 in the next bracket and then summarize them together. And the second, we should take another element in the first bracket and times h1 in the next bracket. If we have another one, you should times 3 times, and then this times 3 times, so totally you have 6 terms. Okay, then if you can simplify, you could just simplify. Okay, all right, so let's look at an example in the book. So let's look at example 4. So expand and simplify. So for a, x plus 5 times x plus 2. So use the way that we should take the first x in the first bracket and then times x plus x times 2. And then we take the 5 in the first bracket, we times x plus 5 times 2. So final answer should be x squared plus 7x plus 10. So let's take a look at a b. So you have x minus 2y times x squared plus 1. So how do we calculate it? The method is still the same, right? So we have x times x squared, then use x times 1. So negative 2y times x squared, negative dy times 1. So finally we have x cubic plus x minus 2x squared y minus 2y. All right, so let's look at the c. See, x minus y squared, we could look at it as x minus y times x minus y. So final answer should be x squared, then next time minus xy plus y squared. We can simplify, so we have x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. Okay, so let's look at the last one. So you have x plus y times 3x minus 2y minus 4. So we take the first element in the first bracket times h1 and then y times h1. Alright, so final answer should be 3x squared minus 2xy minus 4x, then plus 3xy minus 2y squared minus 4y. So then you can simplify. Final answer should be 3x squared plus xy minus 4x minus 2y squared minus 4y. Okay. Alright, so here there are two common rules that we're going to follow. So one is x minus y squared. We should have another x plus y squared. So this is two expressions you need to memorize. So this is answer should be x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. Another one is x squared plus 2xy y squared. These two you should be able to use them in the following calculations. All right, just write it down on a notebook or somewhere you could, for reviewing. And let's go to example 5. Okay, so we have 3 bracket. You can take x as a bracket, so you have 3. So how do we do this? Okay, so the rule is we can take the first 2 bracket and then when we finish it, we times another bracket. Okay, all right, so let's look at a. So first we use x times 2x then times 3. So we have answers for 2x squared plus 3x then times x minus 7. So use it again. So the final answer, we should have 2x cubic minus 11x squared minus 21x. So let's take a look at B. So same way, we first calculate this two. So 5x squared minus 3xy. Then we times 2x minus y plus 4, right? So we times h1, then summarize them together. So the final answer should be 10x cubic minus 11x squared y plus 20x squared plus 3xy squared minus 12x and y times y. Okay, let's look at C. Still the same way. You first calculate the previous two and then use the answer, then times the rest x plus 1. So let's look at the answer. So the final answer should be x cubic minus 13x minus 12. And for the exercise 1b, all the problems, I don't write the answers one by one. You can pause the video and finish the exercises. You could check answers in the book. And for the rest of the tutorials, only those exercises I think you may not be able to finish, or you may have some troubles based on my experience. I'm going to write the steps and so that you would be able to follow. Okay, and for the exercise 2, they're all just basic practice. I hope you could finish them all and get them all correct. Okay, and let's look at the problem 3. I think this kind of words problem is be interesting, and that's the reason why we learn math. Okay, so 3. So the diagram shows a rectangle with a square cut out. The rectangle has length 3x minus y plus 4 and width x plus 7. And the square has length x minus 2. So you need to find an expanded and a simplified expression for the shaded area. Alright, so how we calculate the shaded area? So we can use the rectangle area, right, and minus the square area, right? So we could have 3x minus 2 plus 4 then times x plus 7 minus x minus 2 squared, right? So for the rest work, you need just expand the brackets. So I'm going to expand. So 3x squared plus 21x then minus xy minus 7y. Next is going to plus 4, 6 and plus 28. Then so remember this. So we should have x squared minus 4x plus 4, right? Okay, so we now simplify them, take the bracket out. So we need to change the negative to positive, then positive into negative, right? So final answer should be 2x squared already. And then we have x, 4x plus 4x. So there should be 29x. And then minus xy minus 7y plus 30. No, it's not. So 28 minus 4 plus 24. Okay, so this is the final answer. So let's look at the last one, the fourth, not last one. Okay, so a cuboid have dimension. So it's like a box. So you could calculate the volume, and you need to show that the volume. Okay, you just times the length, times the width, and times the height, and then expand, and then simplify. You should be able to have the answer, right? So for the fifth problem is my favorite problem. Okay, you need to find out each coefficient in these expressions. Okay, so we can do it together. So let's first calculate the first two brackets. So 5y times 3x minus y. So the answer should be 6x squared minus 2x and y plus 15xy minus 5 squared. So you have answer with 6x squared plus 13xy minus 5y squared, right? So you use the answer then times the 2x plus y. So you should have 12x cubic and then plus 26x squared y, and then minus 10xy squared. Then you have another plus 2x squared y plus 13xy squared, then minus 5y cubic. So let's simplify. So this is only x cubic. So these two could be simplified. So we have final answer 12x, then plus 32x squared y, and then these two could be simplified. So plus 3xy squared minus 5y cubic. So this is the final answer. Okay, so we can find out each coefficient. So A equals 12, and then B equals 32, C equals 3, and then D equals -5. Okay, so we have finished the exercises here, and this is the end of this tutorial. And for next tutorial, we're going to finish 1.3 in chapter 1. Hopefully you enjoy this tutorial. I'm going to see you next time. See ya.